We are back with another conversation for Built on Impact, where the Ecodrive team is chatting with marketers, operators, visionaries, founders, team members, really just the faces behind brands that are building on the foundation of impact. Super excited today to talk with Pottery for the Planet. I have so many thoughts, lots of fun questions for our time together, brief time together. But before I jump into impact and everything that you guys do really well, Andre, I'd love just a quick intro. Tell me and anyone who's listening now about Pottery for the Planet, what you guys do and how impact, sustainability, high quality kind of weaves into that story.
Yep, no, 100%. So, hi, I'm Andre. I'm the marketing manager at Pottery for the Planet, and we specialize in sustainable ceramics. The company started back in 2015, and it's based on getting rid of single-use plastics. So, our flagship product is a reusable coffee cup made out of ceramics. It's completely handmade, it's made from sustainable material, and it's directly targeted towards eliminating single-use plastics that we use in, your takeaway coffees in cafes and all of that. A lot of these coffee cups just end up in the landfill. And what we do here at Pottery for the Planet is try and create sustainable products and alternatives to single-use plastics and especially disposable coffee cups.
Love it. Are you in marketing?
Yeah,
That was a perfect marketing answer.
yeah, no, can you tell? I don't know.
I love it. What does your day to day look like as you head up
Yeah.
marketing?
So we are a small team, so a lot of us wear many different hats. In the day-to-day marketing, it's very broad for me because I take over like the overarching marketing strategy, but I also look into performance marketing, email marketing, and since we're an e-commerce brand, I also look into e-commerce performance. So like looking that our website is converting, that our landing pages are correct. So there are a lot of different things that are happening on a day-to-day basis here at Pottery for the Planet, and we are a fast-moving business. We are in the e-commerce space, which is always evolving, and there's always new things to try and test and A/B test and all of that. So, there's always a lot to do for us, and especially also in the sustainability space. We want to make sure we have our finger on the pulse with everything that's happening there, so we can stay true to our mission and fulfill that to the best of our capabilities.
Yeah, I'm sure we could talk a lot about how that word has changed over the years and how it's
Yeah,
been prioritized in different seasons. That could be like a
yeah.
whole other
This is a
episode.
whole this is a whole podcast, I tell you what.
Yeah, exactly. Name talks a lot about your values, but let's talk about how we got connected at Ecodrive, what you guys do with impact, how do you embed it? I have these answers, but I don't want to give away the secrets.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. No, look, like I think you it's really hard to do business and be fully sustainable at the same time, obviously depending on your business model, business structure. So as a business, I think you have to proactively do as much as you can to become more sustainable. I don't think any business can ever reach 100% sustainability. It's really hard to do. Just being alive is being unsustainable, or being human is being unsustainable. So it's really hard to achieve that, but we need to try and do the best that we can. So here at Pottery for the Planet, we try to work with different businesses that help our mission, especially like in giving back to the planet and helping reduce plastic waste. Especially, this is one of our biggest missions, is reducing plastic waste. So we have always thought about, okay, like who can we partner with to reduce plastic waste more? Yes, we have an alternative product, we have a solution to single-use plastics, but how can we do more? And yeah, I was really glad when Ecodrive actually reached out to us because that gave us the perfect opportunity to partner with a business um, that has the mission to eliminate or get rid of single-use plastics and clean up the ocean. So through Ecodrive, we are working with 4Ocean in cleaning up the ocean. So the way it works is the platform integrates into our Shopify store, and then through that, people have the opportunity to make an impact with every purchase. I think this is very in line because Four Oceans' mission is to clean up the ocean, and I think this is something that is talked about a lot, but I think not a lot of people actually understand the, I guess, like the size and the impact that it has on our day-to-day lives and the things we consume. And yeah, it actually is closer than you think.
Yeah. Especially for a brand that creates, I love how you're attacking it from both ends. You're saying we have a solution to kind of eliminate more single-use plastic vessels from entering into our waterways, but then as a brand, you're saying, like, we're gonna do above and beyond that. We're gonna actually pull plastic from the ocean as part of our commitment to kind of see this full circle. So
Definitely.
kudos. Let's switch over to your marketing hat because I think, we kind of talked about sustainability as a word, the trends that you've seen in marketing. Tell me about your customers' engagement with this mission and what
Yeah.
it means to them, etc.
When you run a business, obviously, you always want to make sure that customers gravitate to your business and they obviously want to choose you over the competition. One thing that we always look at is social proof and community focus. Like we want to make sure that our community is aligned with us and we're actually talking to the right people because those are the people that matter. Those are the people that make an impact. So first up, we want to make sure that our brand, the way that we talk to people, the way that we present ourselves to the outside world is all aligned, which is why we focus on our sustainability aspect and also make sure we communicate that properly. Um, in terms of social proof, obviously we have reviews, but the other thing is that Ecodrive enables us to have verified impact. So what I mean by that is there's a lot of businesses out there that have, we plant one tree for every order purchased, or we donate to a mental health institute, or any of that. What happens with the money that you give to those people? Like if you can't track that as a customer, you kind of you might feel good in the beginning, but then you start to think about it and wonder, okay, has this actually made an impact? Like, how can I track this? How can I see if what I'm spending my money on is actually, going towards the good thing that they claim that they do? So I think if it's not verified, it's really hard to, I guess, like convince the customer to be like, hey, like we're actually doing the right thing. Like that's where, you know, again, this is a whole nother podcast, but like where sustainability and greenwashing, it's a fine line where people
Yeah.
claim they are sustainable, but they are like maybe not donating to the right businesses or they are not 100% doing the right things. With a verified impact, it's the same as social proof. You see the reviews are verified, you can feel, okay, cool, like this is actually coming from a customer that has actively purchased the product and is using it as opposed to like, the brand's million friends that they just ask, okay, can you quickly just write a review for us to make us look good? With a verified impact, people can actually see, hey, I have made an impact with my purchase, and 3 months, 6 months down the track, you get sent an email with a photo of the exact bottle or the exact piece of plastic that has been pulled from the ocean that has been funded by your impact. So I think this is really powerful, and it gives the feedback back to the customer. The customer sees, hey, that's really cool. Like I have made an impact with this and I really like this business. Maybe I'll do make another purchase with them. So this in terms then drives repeat customer purchase and gets them into the system. You can talk to them more about sustainability, about plastic removal and engage them more and ingrain them more into your community. Like I said in the beginning, you want to make sure that everything is fully aligned, which is how we basically integrate the Ecodrive and Four Oceans collaboration with our business.
Yeah. I don't think it gets much better than that. I think we could just end it right there. That's
Thank you,
it.
Al.
Make impact, make sure it's verified, and tell your
Mm,
customers about it. I think it's what it
yeah,
all comes down to. So it's I loved the verified customer view on that of it really just does add this validity and this belief in that this is a good product. It says
Yeah,
it's doing good. I have the proof of good. You guys have incredible reviews. You have a huge social
thank you.
following. So
Mm.
it's encouraging to hear that they're enjoying this aspect of your mission as well.
Definitely. I think like one thing that I didn't mention, and I think that might be really good to mention is for us, 1 in 2 purchases actually opt in to make an impact. So
Well,
that's 50% of customers. That is massive. I just quickly pulled that metric earlier before I jumped on the call. So I thought that might be really
amazing.
interesting to share. Yeah.
Yeah, your customers want a clean ocean, which
100%.
yeah,
100%.
you are helping them. Do you
Yeah.
think, being located in Australia too has an impact on the way in which the customer relates to the clean ocean mission?
I mean, definitely. I mean, our business is located in Noosa in Australia. For the people who don't know, this is like a full biosphere reserve. So, I think in the world, it's the most, I guess, like dense location in terms of biospheres. There's many biospheres around Noosa. And yeah, we live very close to the ocean. And as a matter of fact, like most of Australia's population lives close to the ocean. I believe it's around 90%, something like that. So the ocean is very close to the Australian population. People like grow up interacting with the ocean. Either that is like you're going for a swim, you're going for a surf, you are in a surf life savings group. It's very common here. So, people have this natural connection to the ocean, which makes it even more important because people actually get it. Like people get it here that they need to take care of their environment and they need to make sure that they keep the oceans clean for us to enjoy for generations to come. So yeah, this is something that's really close to our heart and I guess like the whole of Australia really.
So important, like you said, it's less obvious maybe if you don't have proximity to the ocean, but I think those that do have it are even more aware of why we need to be working towards this clean ocean mission. This is just a bit of advice, maybe not just for Australian brands, but maybe brands
Mm,
all over the world that want to use their platform and their marketing budgets, energy, resources to
mm.
do something good. What is a bit of encouragement? What would you say to brands that are on the fence about how do I tie something purposeful into my brand?
Yep. What I'm gonna say is if you can do it, do it. Because first up, you need to have like another mission in your mission statement that gives back to the planet. I think like it's our obligation, like I mentioned before, in doing business, because it's very highly unlikely that you can do it 100% sustainable to in some way or another give back to the environment and make sure like you're making an impact so you're not draining the earth of its life source. So plus obviously from a marketing side of things, it helps with social proof, it helps with repeat purchases, it helps with conversion rates. Like if you're doing the exact same product as your competitor, but you have an impact, you have a mission, you have a goal, and it's deeply aligned with the community that you work within, 100% of the time, these customers are going to buy with you instead of the competition. So this gives you a competitive edge. Another thing I would mention is that you make sure that it's aligned with your mission. If you don't have a mission, you need to find your mission. You need to know what it is, and you need to know how the impact that you're doing best aligns with what you're trying to achieve. So for us, like I mentioned, the big thing is our products get rid of single-use disposable plastics. So for us, plastic removal is at the very top of what we're trying to achieve in terms of sustainability. And partnering with 4Ocean and helping with plastic removal from the ocean is a no-brainer, and it aligns deeply with what we do. And that in terms, I guess, like strengthens the rigidity of what we do. It's not like, people don't perceive it as it's something random that we do to be more sustainable. It's actually our complete mission and it comes full circle. Like our product aligns with it. And obviously the impact that we do aligns with it as well. So that's really important. I think people and businesses need to really think about what do we align with, what makes most sense for our business, how will our community perceive the launch of any impact that we'll do, and will it align with them? So that's, I think, really important.
I think we pitch that all the time to brands, but it's nice to hear it from the perspective of someone who sits in marketing, who's constantly looking at conversion rate, repeat customer, lifetime value. And it's like these translate over to that. It's not just about doing something good for the planet. There's a win win. You can win, the brand can win, the planet can win, everybody can win.
100%. Yeah, it's a triple win situation. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't get better than
I love it.
that.
Well, we'll close with the obvious. Where can people follow along, get some of
Yeah.
those amazing emails, make an impact themselves? Give me the the handle, the
I'll I'll
website.
give
Where can people
you
find you?
yeah, sure. I mean, like, I'll give you the full rundown. We're literally on almost every social media platform on the planet. So, um, first and foremost, our website, potteryfortheplanet.com. You can find us there. Everything you'll ever need is on there. Obviously, our products, about us. You can contact us. Anything about our impact, you can read a little bit more about that. We have a little landing page on our impacts that showcases what we do for the planet. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, LinkedIn, you name it, we're there. Just search for Pottery for the Planet and you'll find us.
Yeah, the mission's in the name. It's really that simple. You guys have built an incredible you just threw out a casual, like, we have an impact landing page. They have one of the best impact landing pages in the Ecodrive community. You definitely have to
Thank
flip
you.
through it, check out their proof of impact, and we'll continue conversations just like these, chatting with amazing brands like Pottery for the Planet. But Andre, thank you so much for your time today and
No
to
worries.
your ocean.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thanks so much for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah, so fun. Hey there, it's Grace with Ecodrive. The Ecodrive platform exists to connect businesses with trustworthy causes around the globe. From tree planting to ocean plastic removal, food rescue, and so much more, we aim to deliver value add marketing assets and show you that you truly can have measurable ROI on the impact you make as an organization. So, if you're a brand looking to embed impact into every sale, your overall operations, or even an upcoming campaign, we'd love to connect. You can learn more about the EcoDrive Impact Platform and our overall community at www.ecodrive.community. And be sure to follow us here on socials at EcoDrive to hear more encouraging conversations just like this one.